All right, good morning, everybody. Growing up in our household, I could remember my dad either talking to me directly or maybe talking to my mom, and I would overhear it, talking about this guy, Larry Williams. My dad had such an appreciation and admiration for Larry. I got to meet Larry quite a few times when I was growing up because my dad would take me to all the trade shows that he was speaking at, which Larry was also speaking at.
So I met Lou, somewhere in the 1970s, and invited Lou to speak a lot of seminars and symposium where I was a speaker, and he did a great job, of course, and then he would always bring his son, this little kid named Lane Mendelson.
Flash forward, now I'm an adult. This is probably about 10 years ago. And I contacted Larry and I said, you've been friends with my dad for decades. We know you, you know us. I've got an idea for you. I'd love to be able to take some of the Larry Williams indicators and put them into Vantagepoint. I think that would be a great way to introduce more people to Larry Williams, and he's a legend. I mean, you can confidently say the legendary Larry Williams.
So an interesting thing happened. Lane came to me and said, Larry, I know you've got great indicators, but how about your private indicators, things you use for yourself? And I said, well, yeah, I've got some things that are not known out there in the public that I use. And Lane said, really? Explain those to me.
And so then Larry worked with our development team. We programmed these indicators, and then he worked with our coaching team to teach our coaches how to properly interpret and use these indicators.
I was able to sit down with Lane's programmers to make certain that it's exactly what I had programmed. My formula, my rules, not some off-the-wall thing. And that takes time to do, to create the indicators with exactly a replication of what Larry Williams traded with himself. My father had always told me that the most difficult ship to sail is a partnership. And he said, Larry, if you're going to be in a partnership, you have to have somebody you can absolutely, totally trust and be in good communications with. If you don't have either of those, the partnership's not going to work, it won't sail. So I was comfortable with Lane because I had the integrity of his family since I'd known him so long, and that we do have great communication. We've become friends over the years. One of my driving forces, I want these indicators to help people in the future. So the advantage of being with Vantagepoint is a long-term relationship that will last, that people will have these indicators that they'll be kept.
I also want to tell you, I made a commitment to Larry and Louise a couple of years ago. From now until eternity, we will introduce people to Larry Williams. We'll introduce people to Larry Williams' good work. And I hope that one day Rachel and Abby, when I'm an old man, I hope that they have the same passion for this industry and for having a team surrounding them like we have here.
It will be interesting to see what happens over the years, the next, say, 15, 20 years, because while I met Lane when he was a little kid and he grew up to take over what his father had created and continue and expand it into a big business, Lane has been raising his children to take over the business. They understand the business, they go to trade shows with them. With Rachel and Abby, the future of Larry Williams Materials are in good hands.